Hi everyone, welcome to our Casa da Fluência podcast. And today we have with us teacher Mary. And teacher Mary is going to tell us a little bit more about herself and her trajectory in teaching. So teacher Mary, introduce yourself please.
Hello, everyone. I'm really glad for being here today in the Casa da Fluência podcast, my first time. And today I'm here to share with you my short experience about this trajectory, this journey, and about teaching. And I'm very happy for being here today. Thank you, Mr. Claudia, for this invitation.
Wow, that's amazing. The first time we actually met first
Yes.
online through Mr. Antonio.
Yes.
So it was kind of a spontaneous
Yes, it was.
situation.
It was.
We were in the same group WhatsApp, and we definitely wanted to just interview some of the teachers for our podcast. And Teacher Mary was one of the most inspirational in the group, honestly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly, because she's also a woman and she
Yes.
teaches English and she speaks English. And in our community, in our society,
Yes.
there isn't a lot of women that try or they speak a lot, or maybe there are a lot of women that have difficulties. And so this is one of the reasons that brought us here as well.
Thank you.
All right. So, Teacher Mary, can you tell us how long you've been teaching English and what the ages are that you teach and what's your experience like?
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Claudia. By the way, first, when I was talking with Miss Claudia on WhatsApp, I thought that she was a man because of her nickname. Then the first I called her by saying Mister. Then she wrote, wait, stop. It's not Mister. I'm a woman. And oh my goodness. Yes, well, I've been teaching English for short of 6 years. Though it's not much, you see, but it's somehow something. And actually, I've been teaching teenagers and also kids. With the kids that start from the age of around the 5, 6, up to 10, 11, and until 15 years old. Those are the age that I've been work with.
Wow. What do you love about teaching and why did you choose this direction?
Well, it's tricky talking about my journey and talking about the way I love teaching English. I usually used to say that teaching, even English, was my love at first sight. Because first, when I was studying in ninth grade, I saw my teacher of ninth grade, English teacher, speaking English. Then I found in love in the way that he used to speak on the phone with his mom. Then I realized only now that in that time he was pretending, because I realized that his mom couldn't even speak English. He was just on the phone.
So he was just on the phone.
He was just
Pretending.
pretending that he was on the phone with his mother. But in that time, you see, few people could in that time speak English. Then I fell in love with English. And I started my journey. I went to high school, which was at Ine in that time. You see, I studied there. I met good teachers, and they always used to talk about us that if you wanna be a very good speaker of English, you must to find a center where they teach English. Then it was where I started. I went to Cefager. I also went to ESED. Then when I finished, I decided to be a teacher. I decided really, I really want to work on in a classroom. Then it was what I'm until now I used to do. I teach in a classroom. I love to interact with the kids because my saying is that I want to be the teacher that I never had before. This is the teacher that I used to be. What kind of teacher is this teacher? A teacher that pay attention to the student. I'm in a classroom and I don't only pass content. I don't only come on the board as the student they used to say. No, I know that today we only have verb to be. I don't only teach verb to be. I don't only teach grammar, but I pass to them life. You see, I pass to them what I say, though I'm not too old, experience for my past experiences. So this is actually what I used to teach, and I love being this teacher that I am because back in I hadn't this kind of teacher. You see, a teacher that can talk to you, a teacher that worries about you.
Yes.
You see, a teacher that calls to your name, a teacher that can touch you and say, Cloud, are you okay? Did you sleep well? Hugs you. This transform your students completely.
Yes, it does. And honestly, just thinking about my own experience with teachers, I had such amazing teachers as well growing up, even in where I went to school, that teachers that I would see that made a difference and that made a significant mark in my life were teachers that cared, and they passed life experience as well, and they really paid attention to their students. So this is an amazing thing, having that contact with children, and I can really tell that is a love that you do, a love for what you do, and that is amazing. Okay, so I would like to know, tell us about a significant experience that you had while you were teaching and working with these teenagers or these children, and something that really changed you.
Well, I remember once I used to have a student. Actually, in that time, he was a teenager. Probably now he's an adult, yes. Yeah, he's now 18, I believe. And he used to be a kind of student who used to be very shy in the classroom, always sitting in the back. And I wonder why he never used to talk in the classroom. Then once there was a break time, I called the student and I said, sit here. And I want to talk to him, to talk to you, I mean. And I asked him, what is going on? Why you are always shy? You are always sad? You are always with your head down? Is there something wrong? And he looked at me and he said, teacher, can I be like opened with you? I said, fine, be free. Then he was saying to me, teacher, actually, I have something inside. This is why I don't talk much. I have problems at home with my parents. And I wonder, okay, is this the reason that you are like this? He said, yes, and because the teachers, not only you, but the majority of the teachers who pass in this classroom, they always say bad words about me. They always say to me that I will never learn. This is why I never do the homeworks. And the students, he was looking at me a little bit shy. I said, no, it's fine. We can solve this problem. And he was saying, no, teacher, you don't know how to solve this problem. I say, no, you are here. You come to me and I can help you. But first, let me call your parents. And I call his parents. And we sit together. And the student was expressing him. He was saying about the things that actually used to bother him at home with his mother and his father. And at the end of the day, we solved the problem. And now the student, from that day on, the student was more happy in the classroom. He was happy. He could even now participate in my class, not only in my English class, but also in other subjects like history, geography, and so on. He could be more activated, be more engaged with his classmates. And at the end of the day, the student, at least, he succeed. And you know what he said? Now I will carry on with you until I be like a father, because you marked my life. And I realized that this is why I am a teacher. I am not only a teacher to go in front of the class, write down on the board the topics, the contents, the grammatical aspects. You see, lead them the directions of the task that I want. But no, apart from this, it is important. But me as a teacher, myself, Maria, you see, then I said, no, I decided to be a teacher because of that, to help students more than, you see, going beyond. You see, teach them, helping them. Although I'm not too much experienced, but you see, with the short experience that I have, I teach something. And then when I realized that the student, he could actually, be more engaged in a classroom, whoa, that was amazing for me. It marked me. And until now, the student, we talk like a friend. You see, we talk like a friend, although he's already like an adult, but we talk like friends because I helped him. And he always say, teacher, you helped me a lot. Now I can talk, I can interact. I was like, wow. Someone that could not even talk. Imagine, Miss Claudia, someone that used to be shy, always with the head down. And he used to use a mask, you see, to hide his entire sadness, you see. And it calls my attention, but why the student is always like this? Something is wrong. Then when I realized the problem, when I saw, you see, what was going on, man, it was perfect for me to help the student.
Wow, that is an amazing story. That is such an amazing story. And you highlighted something so important and so significant, that it's not just about teaching and giving homework and writing on the board like you had said, but it's about being the leader, having that maturity, being able to pass down experiences and helping people. And I think this is what is one of the biggest responsibilities of not only teaching but being that elder in a community.
You know, Miss Claudia, something that actually I carried on with me is like no one obliged me to be a teacher, no one. Because when I was studying, when I was at INEM, you see, publicity, but anyway, you know, in that time, when I used to sit with my ex-colleagues, they used to say like, I'm here because my daddy forced me. I'm here because my mother obliged me to be a teacher. But when they come to me, why you are here? I said, because I want. Then they were looking at me, excuse me? You want to be a teacher? I say, yes, I want to be an English teacher because it was my love. You see, I used to see my teacher from 9th grade, the way he used to talk on the phone. That time I realized now, you know, it was fake. Talking with his mom on the phone. Hello, mommy, how are you? Then we were like, oh, so perfect. And I said, I want this for me. I want that. I want to use that language as well. Then when I got this, I said, no. He was, that time he was pretending. You see, then I'm here because I wanted. Although we've seen that being a teacher in our country, right, in these days lately, in our society, especially here in Luanda, it's been so challenging. You see, you teach a bunch of 30 or more than 15 students, you see, per day, and sometimes you ended up with a headache. But at the end of the day, what I love the most is like, I'm passing values.
Exactly.
Someone at the end of the day will say, I want to be like you, Teacher Mary. I want to be like you. I want to learn English. And this is actually what I use to input on them. If you learn English, my friend, believe me, you got somehow something that you have achieved already in your life, though you still being a kid or a teenager. Then they look at me, wow, teacher, but you make it, you see teaching as something very easy. Yeah, it's because I love.
Yeah.
You see, it's because I love. My daddy didn't force me to be an English teacher. Either my mom. I decided to be an English teacher because I wanted. From the beginning. Though I know it's challenging, but I love it. So this is why when I'm in a classroom, I do this. You see, calling your student by his name, touching them. Ooh, my friend, believe me, you don't know the difference that you make in this student's life just by calling them by the name. Believe me, by the name. You see, just by saying, how are you? Is everything all right with you? Do you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
It makes totally difference.
It definitely makes a big difference. I myself, when I look back at the teachers that were significant in my life, there were teachers that also paid attention. There were teachers that went the extra mile to really advise us and to give us, direction in life and not just of the subjects. And so, absolutely, that is amazing. Yeah. Another thing that you touched on that I think it's so important that we talk about is that in our society here in Angola, in our economy, teaching is not an easy thing to do because not only are the salaries of teachers not so good, but it's also the conditions, the conditions that we have. There isn't a lot of funding that goes into teaching, there isn't a lot of public funding. And so you'll find that teachers don't have enough materials to teach. They don't have the right conditions to teach, they don't have a board. Sometimes they don't have chalk. So it's so many things that is involved in why so many people don't want to teach or don't want to continue teaching. Do you want to weigh in a little bit on that situation and how that experience has been like for you? Have you met other teachers that have struggled with their teaching experience or have abandoned teaching?
Yes. I also was thinking about leaving. Yes, I also was thinking about this. Then I say, no, stop. This is not you. You love teaching. No matter if the salary is not so good, but you are there for someone. This is why they used to call us hustler, because we don't have only one single job. Yes. Yeah, especially English teachers. Believe me, English teacher. Oh my goodness. bunches of jobs, bunches. Home classes, schools, private school, you see interpreters, translator, hundreds and the hundreds. But you see, but once I was talking with someone, and this person was saying to me, Mary, I'll give up definitely education, because so far I believe in that time he was around 10 to 12 years of experience in teaching, and he said until now I haven't actually seen anything from the time that I've been working until now. Then I said, what you mean by this? I'm sorry, but I won't say his name. You see, he said, I don't have a car, I don't have my own house, even my phone is not good. You see my shoes, see my bag, I was, yes, but you can do, no, Mary, I'm tired, I'll give up. And unfortunately, he leaves the classroom. Until now, he's not working. He's not any longer on this business of teaching. He gave up. Now he's doing psychology.
Oh my God.
To study why he gave up of teaching English. You see?
Oh my God.
It's funny, but it's true. And I said, come on. I said, no, my God, I don't want to end up like this. So I need to run. I need to find more jobs. You see, that's why we are calling by hustlers, because we have hundreds of jobs. You see, you finish in school, then you are running to a home classes. You are running like here in a podcast and so on, so that in the end of the day, you have something extra in your pocket. And someone was saying to me, like, it makes part of the business. Just enroll yourself on the game, then you ended up, you see, earning something extra. So actually, unfortunately, this teacher, he left already, you see, teaching. He's now, doing other things with psychology. But I wish good luck to him. But me, I won't give up. Because I believe that there is always something that you can do, so that at the end of the day, you achieve your goal as a teacher, and also you yourself receive something from the work that you are giving to your students, to your customers, and so on.
Yeah, it's about doing significant work and doing the things that you value.
Yeah.
All right, so Teacher Mary, in your opinion, what is the best age for a child to start learning English?
Well, this is challenging, because when we are talking about the best age, I may dare say starting from 5, because in this age the kid is already aware of the language. He can already speak, and she can already start, you see, with a certain point of formulating words. And at this time, the mother or the father, the parents in this case, they can introduce already to the kid the language, the new language, in this case the L2, so that the kids feels aware of his L2. You see, L2, we are talking about the foreign language. You see, our second language, our first, which is Portuguese, then our second language will be English, in this case French, and so on. So the parents can already introduce to the kid the new language, but this introduction cannot be forced, cannot be grammatical environment. No, as I used to say to the parents, especially parents who has kids in the age of 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, I said to them, your kid will learning the new language by playing, because this is most important. I won't expose the kid in the grammatical environment with a bunches of grammatical, because he doesn't need that. He doesn't need the verb to be, the present continuous, present perfect, whatever. No, he doesn't need. He just needs the language. The language without following rules. This is blue, this is yellow. But you see, you expose your kid to the environment of the language through playing. And
what are some ways, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what are some ways that that parents can expose their children to the language that doesn't involve the parent being so present, or the parent teaching directly the child? Like, what can the child do? Should the child watch cartoons? Like, what?
Yes,
Okay.
this is also one of, you see, amazing and interesting idea. You see, instead of always putting cartoons in Portuguese, why not, you see, starting presenting to him or to her cartoons in English? You see cartoons in English, games on the phone in English. You see colors. You as a father, you can buy hundreds of. You see games, but all of them written in English.
Yeah,
You see?
music. I know kids
Yeah,
love music as well.
music.
Yeah.
You try to find some musics in English where the language is very easy and specific, not that tough language. No, you see basic English. How are you? How are you? Then the kid will already notice that this "how are you" is somehow greeting because he will watch the cartoon and the same time. The cartoon is like signing, like how are you, good morning, and in good morning the kid will see like the sun, and automatically the kid will understand that okay, this good morning in my mother tongue means morning, bon dia. And as long as me as a parent, as a father, I have this controlling and I have this worrying of exposing my kid to this world, believe me, until he reach like 6, 7, you will find your kid speak English, even without knowing much. But he will learn something.
Wow. And what are some mistakes that parents make when they want their children to learn? What do
They force them too much. It's like, why until now you are not speaking this? They force the kids. And the kids, they learn when they feel like they love it. And sometimes even if you feel like my kid, he's not very aware of learning a new language, but to try to join what he loves and what you want him to learn, the language with what he loves. For instance, I know my kid loves football, so let me try to find some kind of music, cartoons, games where English is connected with the football. My goodness, you will find your kid speaking English. You will find your kid learning what you wanted, but don't force him. Even if sometimes he commits some mistakes, like I don't want to start today, I don't want to say anything today. Leave the kid. Wait, because he's a kid, and his brain is not like ours as an adult. Because I have to learn, because it's an obligation, because at work my boss, my chief, they want me to speak English, otherwise I'm gonna lose my job and so on. No, the kid, he learns for funny, and as long as he's feeling like, no, I like this, and especially as the teacher, we must be very careful, because we need to work with the parents. Explain to the parent what is the best method to use with the kids, and of course, me as a teacher, I do my part, teaching him, and you as a father, you do also your part, which is be engaged. You see, pushing him. He doesn't want now, it's fine, he's a kid, but try always, you see, to input him, you see, to give some kind of reinforce. No, try this, you don't want this, okay, but you know what, this game, and this game is connected with something that he likes. Definitely at the end of the day, you will have a kid that speaks English, though not much, of course.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. This has been such valuable time. You are teaching us so many things. Okay.
Thank you. And
Can-
I really love this today.
Can children really become fluent just by watching cartoons or YouTube videos in English? Like, why and why not? If they just spend time watching, will they be able to understand and speak?
Well, let us say it's somehow tricky, because they won't become fluent, you see, as we are here now. You see, they won't become fluent. They won't be fully like in terms of speaking English, but they will speak somehow. They will speak.
They'll pick up some words.
Yes,
won't
they will. They will definitely. They will. Especially the greetings, especially counting, especially the alphabet. They will be aware of that, especially this, because I believe that those are the easiest items, so that a kid can learn easily. Colors, they will understand it, and of course, as long as you always input your kids in the English environment, definitely the student, the kid, he will learn something. But be fluent Not much, not much. In this case, he needs to be in an English class, in an English class, where he will be exposed to the grammatical items, where he will learn more about the other things which complement his way of speaking, of course, and of course in the environment where he always surrounded by people who can speak English, because this is also important, because the kid is only at home with the parents and with the teacher, and sometimes there are schools, suppose he's in a school where he only see English on Monday, and he has home classes on Tuesday. Of course, he won't be that much fluent, because the time that he will spend with the English is not sufficient. But of course, if you be abroad, definitely he will be fluent. But here, fluent 100%, no. He will be aware of some items regarding to English. Colors, numbers, how to say something. I want water, like me, I want water. You see, like Nigeria used to say. But anyway, so these words they will picking up, they will understand. But be fluent 100%, no.
What's a powerful tip or strategy that you could share to parents and elders who want their children to learn and be fluent in English?
Well, first of all, me, if I want my kid to be fluent in English, believe me, father, mother, you'll be spending a lot of money, but you know that at the end of the day, you will receive a very good product of what you're spending with that. And of course, you must be attentive, present, not only leaving the whole responsibility with teachers.
Exactly.
As we used to do. It's like
because some parents feel like it's just the teacher should teach. The teacher needs to teach you.
Yes, it's like, okay, here you have the product. Yeah, you have the product. Now it's your responsibility. You as a teacher, make my students speak English, teacher. Otherwise, I'll receive all the money that I invested on. No. This doesn't happen like this. In this term here, me as the mother, I must be aware, like the teacher, Miss Claudia, he does her job there in the English center. Then me as mother also, I do my job at home, like always checking up the notebook, trying to speak some new words with my kid, even introduce to him new vocabulary, the things that he doesn't know, and of course, trying always to involve my students in the environment where English is the center. And here we used to have hundreds of activities. Even me, I didn't know. But now, lately, we've seen centers, activity where they promote English, where the language which they will use is English. Why not expose my kid to that place, so that there, my kid will efficiently understand and try to speak a little bit of what he's been learning, so that at the end of the day, I have a very good product. I won't blame the teacher will be happy, me as a mother, I also be happy, and at the end of the day, my kid has the language in the tips of his tongue.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so what would you say is the most, what's the biggest responsibility when it comes to teaching, in your experience? Is it the organization part? Is it structuring a course? Is it the teaching in a classroom? Is it the interaction with the children? Like, what's that like? Is it the money? Exactly.
Oh my God. Well, I believe, let me be honest.
Please.
Okay, let me be honest with you, especially in the classroom, and the contents. What I'm giving to my students, am I giving the right context to them? Because nowadays we have social media, we have internet, we have chat GPT. You see, if you say something wrong, automatically your student will check it up. Is she saying the truth? Let me check it up. It once happened with me.
Oh my God.
It once happened with me. Believe me, I'm being honest. Yes, it once happened with me. The kid was saying, teacher, are you sure what you say? And he was hiding the phone. I said, oh my goodness, what am I saying? So I worried about with the contents, with the program.
Yeah.
If what I'm saying, is it the right? Is it wrong? So this is what I've been carried on. So that because you say that no one knows Miss Claudia, but believe me, someone in the environment of your student may know you.
Yeah.
And when your student come across with this person, they will say, who teach you this? No, it's Miss Claudia. Really? I know Miss Claudia, she's lying. And then the student comes to you and looks at you. They won't give a credit in what you're saying anymore.
Wow, that must be tricky. Because I once had a teacher, quite recently, it was a university teacher, who started filming himself in class so that he can post it on his YouTube, because he said he had an experience where he's a maths teacher, so a student filmed what he was writing on the board. And he realized that he was wrong and he made a mistake in something that he did. But the student didn't tell him. The student recorded the video, posted it on social media, saying how the teacher doesn't know what he's doing. And he became traumatized, and he decided, no, I'm going to start filming myself and posting myself on a YouTube. So if anyone has a problem, they go to the comment section and they write their issue, and then they debate it on the comment section. And obviously it was an innovative way for him to deal with it, but I'm sure it must have been traumatic for him.
Because I believe that many of his friends saw that. Many of the teacher's friends saw that. And it was somehow, sad. Because he realized that, oh my goodness, how he was able to do that to me. But then,
been embarrassing.
Yes, and we know this generation, how kids, teenagers are, even as adults, we've been, you see, even us, when we are at university, we are paying attention to our teacher, but in certain moment we are checking up. To see if it's really true what he's saying. So why not me teaching teenagers? Believe me. So I worried about, sometimes I'm preparing something to give to my students. I check it up. Yes, I check. Oh, is that so? Because as I used to say to my classroom students, I'm not the owner of English. When I was born, I found English. And when I'll die, I'll leave English. And the other people, they will come and learn English. So English is not my language. I learn it. And if I don't know something and you think that this is wrong, feel free. Because here we are learning, and I'm not the owner of the language itself. So this is what I've been carried on with in my short experience, let us say. So I worried about what I'm giving to students, because I don't know where the student is going, in the place that he will be in. Probably someone knows me, even if the person doesn't know me. But as long as the person will check it up, the notebook, the contents, the way that my students are saying, they will be asking, who is giving you this content? Who is teaching you? No, it's my teacher Maria. Who is teaching Maria? No, she lives there, she works there. And in the same time, the credibility that my student has about me, I will lose completely, because he realized that what I know about English is not true. So us as a teacher, although we know the language, we've been learning for so long, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't know. But make sure that as long as you are going in a classroom, home classes like here, podcasts, try to investigate, although you already know, because it's very important. Yeah.
That's a big responsibility.
Yes, being a teacher.
Yeah.
My teacher, she used to say like this: being a teacher is a very big responsibility. And if you don't know, please don't teach. Otherwise, you destroy your student. You destroy one society. Yes.
Wow, that is a significant quote right there. If you're not responsible, you can destroy a whole society, and that's true, because our teachers are who we learn from. We grow up and we learn the content, we learn the subjects from our teachers, and they have a big big mark in our lives.
Yes.
You know, as we grow, because we learn and we start to see and shape our perspective based on the leaders that are around us. And one of them are really teachers, but especially before we start working and everything, it's always the teachers in our home. And so it's a very big responsibility.
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah.
I have another question that is actually very linked to this. We spoke a little bit about how children now are using a lot of, internet. You know, they use ChatGPT and all of those things so they can search. So, have you ever had a situation with what we call here in Angola, we have a kabular, right?
Yes.
Where to cheat, where students will cheat with their phone using all this searching, ChatGPT and things like that. Have you ever actually had that kind of experience? And does it happen really often?
Well, actually, it happens always, always. When I give homeworks, when I give exercise, when I give surprise, the English test, I always found students doing this. So, it's like a sickness.
Yeah,
it's a sickness.
I can imagine.
It is a sickness, which until now we don't have the cure for this sickness. But we have been working, So to avoid this is always removing the phones. And of course, you see, checking out the desk where they are sitting to see if everything is clean. They only have the sheet of paper to do the test, to perform the test, and so on. But unfortunately, we've seen it. And previously, months ago, last year, we had a student. The teacher caught her cheating on ChatGPT. And she was pretending that she was, trying to die. She was like, oh, I'm dying. Oh, I was not cheating. She was pretending. It was a drama moment. It was funny. She was like, oh, teacher, I was not cheating.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then she was, no, I have anxiety. I was like, what? Then I said, okay, let me pray for you because you have anxiety.
Oh my God.
Then my colleague, Maria, don't pray. She was cheating. What praying here? And I said, she's just having a drama moment. No, she was like, oh, no, it's not true. It's not a true teacher. But she was cheating.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because students, they don't like to study anymore. Because they say, this generation, Z generation, it's a good generation, but somehow we've been lazy. We are having now students who doesn't like to study as we used to have back in. You see, students, for whatever what they want to know, ChatGPT. What is this? How can I do this? How can I speak English? Is that true what my teacher is saying about this and that? You see, they are checking everything because they like quick answers.
Yeah,
you see, they don't like to study. They don't like to check the books. They don't like to talk even with the teacher if they have a doubt about something. Mm-hmm. They say, no, okay, I'll go investigate, and in a flash I'll have the answer. Mm-hmm. So now we are having those kind of students, and unfortunately this is bad. This is bad because they are not forcing their brain to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are not forcing their brain to learn, to study. You see, to develop a little bit more, to receive some good content. They are not forcing because technology is there.
Yeah, and this is actually true. This is actually so. How much effect do you think AI is actually having on this current generation that's growing?
Challenging. Although sometimes, even yesterday I was searching something about this, but it is affecting somehow in a bad way because we're having students, they don't like to study much because they have you see apps that help them easily, quickly, in a flash, in a second is much, minutes, they have the answer. Even whatever book they want, they have already. So in somehow, it's making the students lazy, being lazy, not anymore studying. Because if we caught students who are even in the middle of the test with the phone, searching a quick answer, and they give you a very right question, a very right answer about what you are looking for. But in the same time, you don't know anything. You ending up succeeding, but you ending up blank. You ending up blank. Do you know something about English? No, what I know about English is hundreds of verbs that my teacher fulfill me with. Like what? Verb to be, always verb to be, that teacher. You see, only this that you learned, yes. Then we ending up receiving, you see, critiques like, you teacher, you only teach grammars and so on. But no, the problem is sometimes not as with us. Students, they don't push themselves to learn a little bit. I used to tell my students, like, I don't want you to use 100% of your brain. Just 1%. Just 1%. Just think a little. Just 1%. Just use 1%. Even this 1%, believe me, they don't want to.
They've gotten so lazy. And now the children are getting access to phones and computers and laptops so much younger than the generations in the past.
Even a kid who can't even write,
he's already on
he already knows how to use.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, some people like, oh my God, really? The kid doesn't know how to speak, even how to write. But give him a phone. He know where YouTube is. He know how to search from the cartoons. And now I look at the kid, wow, you're so smart. But give them a test. I don't care. It's demanding. It's too tough. No, I just will go to ChatGPT and easily I have the quick answer.
Yeah, they're always after a quick answer. It's always a lot of immediatism that is happening a lot now.
Unfortunately. And it's actually killing our students day by day. But unfortunately, they are not seeing it. And this is what I used to say. In the future, you will realize that you waste most of your time with a machine that was using you. You were using her, you were using the machine, but at the end of the day, you could not learn anything. Because you lost your time with quick answers. I want this now. You want now because it's now. But you don't want to sit to actually just 1%. Push your brain 1%. Because you are too intelligent. Yes, you are too intelligent. Once I realized it, I used to say, no, I don't want to study anymore. I don't want to do this because it's too much. I don't want to think. Then when I said, stop, Maria, sit down, write, study, I learned. Because I was reading some books and I realized that, wow, this is nice. Because I also used to be addicted to those apps. Then I said, no, let me go to the books. Let me read something, what I want, rather than go there always. I want this. Give me a quick answer. I want this. No. But this is actually what the teenagers, they don't want. And especially my kids, believe me, my friend.
Do you ever get worried that like AI is going to replace teachers? Because there's this common like thread that AI is going to replace people's jobs, all administrative jobs.
They are already.
I see that a lot. Like, do you ever worry about that?
I don't because once I saw a post on social media where a robot, he was frustrated because he was working up from 7 up to I think 12 p.m. Is that? No, I believe he was working too much. Then he was starting being furious. Yes, he was furious. Then he was destroying everything. Then he leave up the job. He said, I don't want this anymore. I said, imagine, the machine is saying this, is doing that. But us, whenever we want to leave a job, we first think, what am I going to do if I leave this place? Where am I going to find another one? How am I going to sustain my kids? How am I going to do if I won't have this job? So those are the things that we think before we live in a place where we are working. And, though AI is doing a very great job, but, replacing teachers, never. You will never have an AI like Teacher Mary.
Exactly. Can you hear that, guys? Never. You will never have an AI like Teacher Mary.
No, a teacher that talks with the kids. You see, sometimes There was a day I was working to go to school. I saw my kid, my student. She was crying because she lost her sister. Then I spent to 7 up to 12 talking with her. I couldn't even teach, and she said, "Teacher, thank you very much." Imagine, is there an AI that can do that?
No, the AI won't do that.
They
No,
won't.
they won't.
Although they will, doing some kind of job that I've seen, restaurants, you see in administration areas, companies, even cars, even in our house. I saw last week, I believe, a woman that she gets married with an AI because she said that I'm not finding.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I saw that. It was on the news because she said that AI is the person who understands her the most.
She's crazy.
No, to a certain extent, I feel like I understand her because nowadays everybody goes to ChatGPT to ask them questions. How should I respond to this guy? How should I respond to this question? Literally, they'll put your whole you will copy and paste your whole chat on ChatGPT and ask, how does this person think? How should I do? It's getting very dangerous. People are becoming too dependent on AI.
They want to replace us because there are things that is only humans bring responsibility. It's our duty to do that. Exactly. Yeah. Though they will, create a very good AI machine, very good AI teachers at university, kindergarten, at primary schools. However, to replace a human being, because we as a human being, we are full of emotions. Exactly. You see, we care about how she is feeling.
Exactly.
You see,
and AI doesn't have feelings, doesn't have humanity the way we do, so
doesn't
it's not
have
the
it.
same.
Doesn't have it. This is unique. It was only created for us. This is unique. It's on us. So I said that it won't replace us.
All right. Okay, then we're getting towards a close here. So I think I'll have a quick last question related to this AI a little bit question. How old were you when you received your first technology, like phone? Okay, let's say phone or iPad or something like that.
I bought it by my own. I was saving money to buy it. You see, and in that time I was 70 or 18 years old. Okay. Yeah, when I got my first machine, my phone, I was happy. I said, now I will use Facebook as the others. I want to know what is Facebook because I didn't know how Facebook works like. I was happy. Wrong things I did with that phone. But anyway, I received that machine when I was 18 up to 19.
All right. Can you give us a last quote, message, idea that you want to pass to all the people who feel inspired to learn English and your students and people who want to teach their kids English? What do you want to say to all of them?
English is good, especially when you love the language. Definitely, you will love the learning process, of course. And you need to push yourself. And for us, teachers, remember, teacher, in the classroom, you are more than a teacher. You are a motivator. You can be whatever you want to your student, but it, of course, depends totally from you. And you, as an English learner, push yourself. I know, starting is very difficult, but as long as you go in, you push yourself to learn because you know that as long as you have the English in the tips of your tongue, my friend, believe me, many doors automatically they will be open and wait for you. This is my last words.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Teacher Mary, for everything that you have said. It has been such an inspiring and motivating conversation. It was so amazing to have you here.
Thank you.
And with everybody else, I just want to say thank you once more time for watching and for being a part of this podcast with us. And I will sign off with saying, don't forget, we are Casa da Fluência. The fluency you're looking for is right here.
See you now.